So tu sebab syndicate scam.
Oh ya.
Yeah. So dia sebab benda tu. So the property is a victim of scam. Elaborate.
Property
Yeah. Kesian lah.
Yeah.
But again, that's what happen bila you beli tak ada ilmu. But kita orang, dia macam ni lah. Nak kata kita tak buat silap, mustahil. We have made so much mistakes and we learn every time so that we can better, right? So whether business ke personal, sama je mentality dia. Kita orang pernah beli projek terbengkalai. Pernah. Baru bulan lepas siap. Aduh, happy ending lah. But bukan tak pernah. We made the mistake. Dan kita tanya lah, kenapa projek ni boleh terbengkalai? Oh sebab ni. Right? So every time failure tu is there for a reason. And for me, every time ada kegagalan tu is always there's a lesson in that kegagalan. And so what is the lesson yang nak kena belajar? Doesn't matter lah. From divorce to anak tak berapa sayang kita, right? To relationship, right? Betrayal from friends, business partner, you name it lah, right? I've been stabbed, vilified, kena fitnah, curi duit, kan, bawa orang masuk projek terbengkalai apa semua tu. And I think my life journey ni is macam you name it lah, apa benda, semua aku dah pernah gagal. The only difference is that for me, every kegagalan tu is a peluang untuk belajar something. Then I belajar, because one thing I know for sure, I never done anything with bad intentions. I tak pernah bawa orang beli property that I know is bad. Right, demi Allah tak pernah. Right? I tak pernah masuk into partnership thinking I will screw my partner. Right? Although aku selalu kena. Right? And whatever we do with good intention. Aku tak baik, but I have aspiration untuk pergi ke syurga. So I know I have to live a life whereby you must, niat tu kena betul lah daripada awal. Right? So and once you do that, I think it's okay lah. As a man, mustahil kalau you akan ada hidup yang tidak ada cabaran dan tidak ada kegagalan. And in fact, I would argue all this trauma and kegagalan actually will make you a much better man. And if I wish you well kan, if I like you and I say I wish you well kan, I hope suffering happens to you. I hope life tests you like crazy. Sebab berapa umur?
25.
25. If you get tested at 25, it's far better than you get tested at 52 bro. Tenaga dah tak ada, nak kerja pun tak ada orang nak ambil. If you gagal today, you can easily find a job next year. Right? So the faster you dapat kegagalan and belajar tu, actually is the better. Get it over and done with lah. Right? So I love challenge, I love failures, I love opportunity to learn lah. Which I think a lot of people hari ni bila dia gagal tu, dia selalu tanya kenapa Allah uji aku macam ni, apa semua tu. But they forgot to ask, there are things for you to learn. Kau doa nak dapat A, Allah nak bagi kau benda tu, tapi kau tak siap lagi, kan? If Allah kasih kau 1 juta tapi mentality kau B40, 1 juta tu habis sekejap je. That's why people yang menang loteri, duit judi ke, duit rasuah apa semua tu, kekal kaya tak kaya lama, tu bankrupt.
Yeah.
Cause mind not ready untuk menerima semua tu. So like everything else, if you want to be a billionaire, then you have to be prepared lah to have the test of a billionaire. The test of a billionaire is very different. Everything naik beratus kali ganda. From stress to risk, bankruptcy level, semua naik berkali ganda. But that's just the price that you pay. I love this quote recently, and dia cakap, this has happened to all great men before you, just remember this is your time. When shit happens, then just remember it's just your turn. It has happened to every great man before. And you go and watch, I'm sure you have interviewed a lot of great people kan. Sama je. They have gone through a lot of trauma and shit to get here. And today, whatever shit happen, kita chill lah. Oh, benda ni dah berlaku tahun lepas. 3 tahun lepas, and apa semua tu, right? So I think like I said lah, you use trauma, use bad things that happen to you ni as a lesson. There's so much lesson in failure. You don't learn anything from success actually, but you learn a lot more during failure. We fail a lot. Kena season lah. There's so many marketing campaign that we run fail, but it's the one that hit, jadi lah, enough to buat everything else. This is irrelevant lah. That's 25. I'm very envious. Jealous aku. Kalau umur 25 aku dah ada ilmu macam kau, wah, kaya aku, lagi kaya pada sekarang.
Okay, thank you so much Faizul.
Right.
Sangat-sangat insightful. Harap podcast ni bagi banyak manfaat ke viewer kita. Right. So saya tanya apa last words, tapi saya rasa last words tadi tu dah mantap lah. So kan ada tambahan apa last words? Sebelum tu by the way kenapa masuk Indonesia, Fakam?
Listing, kita nak IPO kan. Malaysia is too small.
Faham.
So part of the country that we're trying to build is Indonesia is a story lah. And that one is from one story building lah. Number two, the problem of property ownership kat sana jauh lebih susah pada sini. Income sikit, harga rumah lagi mahal compared to Malaysia. So the challenge is 100 times worse compared to Malaysia. Orang Malaysia ni sangat bertuah actually.
Oh ya, itu pun orang dah cakap macam kita punya harga mepet sangat.
Harga rumah kita murah, paling murah satu Asia.
Lagi murah daripada Thailand juga
Murah daripada Thailand. Kita kalah dengan Myanmar bro.
Oh.
Thailand tak cerita, Thailand dah lama kalah dah. Indo dah lama kalah dah. Myanmar, kita kalah dengan Myanmar. Negara yang penuh peperangan pun kita kalah. So that's how cheap. So Indonesia, like I said lah, today I've helped, I think, beribu kot budak-budak muda kan boleh beli property tanpa modal. Right? So boleh bayar hutang, boleh nikah tanpa hutang apa semua kan. Right? I want to do the same in Indonesia but 100 times bigger. Because the problem is far bigger kat sana. Income sikit, corruption is very high, and harga rumah mahal. Right? And our goal is always going to be bantu orang beli rumah lebih murah. So if we can do it here, we have to figure out business model to do it over there. So that's why we're in Indonesia.
Okay. Thank you so much Faizul. So guys, macam biasa guys, boleh komen apa soalan korang, boleh komen juga siapa guest lagi yang korang nak tengok, kita dah bawa masuk Tuan Faizul. InsyaAllah kita jumpa kat episod akan datang. Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum guys. So kalau korang pun nak belajar buat money online, semua menggunakan social media saja, macam student aku ni, kau tengok dia boleh buat 1,500 aja dengan satu video pertama je, dia belajar straight daripada aku. Ataupun macam Syamim ni, dia buat apa? Dia buat almost RM1,000 menggunakan TikTok Shop saja. Ataupun kalau korang nak buat menggunakan live ni boleh. One of aku punya student ni nampak almost RM500 menggunakan TikTok Shop live. So kalau korang nak belajar, klik link kat bawah, join Audis University. Sekarang kita open hanya RM90 saja sebulan. Kalau korang tak nak kita naikkan harga, join sekarang.